Welcome back to another episode of A Fighting Chance. I'm Jared. How's it going, my man? Sal, what's up, dude?
Dude, I am probably the happiest I've ever been, I think.
Are you on cloud 9? Or are you
9.
all the way up to cloud 60?
Yeah, dude. I'm
9. Cloud 69.
I'm over the moon, bro.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And why is that? Why don't you just tell us why you're excited?
We're jumping right into it.
Well, I mean, you can't say that you're the happiest you've ever been without telling us why.
True. This weekend, my pick came true, and Alex Pereira TKO'd Israel Adesanya in the 5th round, and is now the middleweight champion.
Was your pick specific to the 5th round, though?
No. But I said he'd knock him out. You know, TKO, same thing, finish him.
Dude, well, first of all, congratulations. Not to you, but to Alex.
I just nodded my head, like, accepting the... yeah. Thank you.
But, dude, the amount of parlays that I heard about that was, like, specific to, like, Dustin's submission in the 3rd round, parlayed with Alex TKO in the 5th round, with, like Whaley getting a submission in the, like, whatever round. Like, dude, and, like, they're all parlayed together. It's like, are there just wizards in the world that just see the future?
I don't know, bro. But you know what?
Because I heard like $5 winning like somebody like 7,000 off of 3 fights. I was like, how is that even possible?
They're seers. I don't know. You know, I did. Yes. I tried out a Verdict MMA tournament this weekend.
How did you do?
I didn't do that bad. I entered the $5 one.
Yeah.
And I almost would have won first place actually, and I would have won $500 off of $5. But I put Whaley submission 1st round instead of 2nd round. And
that's the only thing you had wrong, though?
That's the only thing I had wrong, because I put enough like XP on the Alex by knockout that it would have made up for it. So just because I didn't put 2nd round, everyone won by like just enough to where I didn't get the 500. But
you actually put $5 into this?
Yeah, and I won money. I got $22. So
what?
Yeah, I did good. You know, they called you out, man.
Who did?
Verdict MMA. They called you out. They saw our clip last week.
Yeah.
About you calling.
Wait, the clip about me? Really?
Yeah, they saw.
No way. What did they say?
They challenged you to enter a tournament.
Really?
It's so unbelievably dumb. Yeah.
Dude, is that even what I said?
It's on camera, bro. It's got thousands of views at this point.
Does it really?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I need to get on Instagram. I feel like I'm just talking to you.
Nah, man. I mean, that's all you need. I'll report the news to you. But yeah,
you're telling me that I referred to their team virtual like their fake gambling as dumb, and I said that, and they called me out.
You just threw a dig in there too. They're fake gambling.
Well, okay. Well, dude, that's awesome that you won $22 off of that. I stand by what I said, even though I didn't remember saying it. But
it was actually pretty fun. It's like less stress than I imagined putting down
real money. Like a bunch of Well, you did put real money, which is it's cool.
But big money, you know. And then it wasn't like a crazy parlay. It was only if I got those 2 fights correctly, I could have won $500. So it was nice.
That sounds like a lot of fun, because all I can say is because of actually losing big money all summer long and all of fall, I'm now like in the doghouse. Like I can't even. I'm like just sitting there. Like Emily and David are making bets, and like, dude, Emily won money and David both hit like a plus like 1,000 parlay. Like she turned like $2 into 30. David made like $50 off of like $2, and I'm just sitting there like twiddling my thumbs, and I'm like, this is bullshit. Corner. I really am. I was like. Because, you know, the thing is, once again, I had a lot of picks right, and there's just nothing I can even do about it, because I told myself, like, I was just like, you got to just take the rest of the year off, which is just, I'm a disciplined guy, and when you say things, you got to stick to them.
Well, technically, if you do a Verdict tournament, it's not gambling, like you said. You can put $5 down.
Yeah. And honestly, dude, I do a lot of dumb things, so I'm not opposed to this.
Yeah, dude, try it out. It was definitely interesting.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna keep the money in there, and then you can try out different tournaments and stuff. So,
dude, you keep the money.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wish you knew it. I wish you
I'm
knew
not
that
gonna
reference.
listen to you on this one. You keep the
I,
money.
yeah, I wish you knew that reference.
You want to enlighten me?
Dude, my favorite show, Hey Arnold, there's this great character in
Oh,
it
okay.
named Oscar,
Uh-huh.
and he's like he's just a total bum, and like he's just like constantly, he doesn't work, like he's just like leeching off of everybody around him, and he just like finally he says to his significant other, he's like, you keep the money, because she's like like offering him like $200 or something, and like
Yeah.
he always takes like her money like in her handouts, and finally he's just like, no, you keep the money, and she's just like, what did you say? And he's like, you keep the money, and she's like, it was like, it's like the happiest thing that she's ever heard, because she's like, he's finally thinking about somebody else but himself.
Oh, look
And
at that.
yeah, dude, it's a beautiful show.
The more we know, now we know your favorite show is Hey Arnold. I didn't know that.
It's one of them right now. It's SpongeBob, so it's changing constantly.
Dude, you know what? I didn't grow up on SpongeBob.
Well,
I feel like everyone else grew up on SpongeBob and I didn't.
dude, you're young, man. Like SpongeBob is
Yeah.
before your time.
Nah,
You watch
SpongeBob was peaking when I was like that age to watch.
you
I
okay, okay. We know that you watch Peppa Pig.
Whoa. What are these Peppa Pig accusations? What is this?
Dude, have you actually ever seen a clip of Peppa Pig?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Okay, so finally we pulled one up last night for the first time. That's why I'm bringing it up. And it's genuinely psychotic. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. She's like, I want to dance in the muddy puddy.
It's like a fever dream.
Dude,
for
it's
a
like
kid's show.
it's like Molly McCann. It's like her. It's like
Too soon, bro.
that's what I view Molly McCann and Peppa Pig just hanging out. Just be
Yeah.
like, I'm so gutted. And
Dude, you must have been happy with that one, huh?
dude,
He got destroyed.
Aaron Blanchfield is amazing.
Jesus Christ.
And like, oh yeah, we knew how good Aaron Blanchfield was. So like, why did they give her Molly? Like, why did that fight happen? Like, that's really what I'm asking you. Because the thing is, Molly could have been hyped for another 2 years before giving her a loss like that.
You know what? From what I've picked up through like the post-fight interview with Dana and all that, I don't even think they knew how good this chick was, because he didn't even acknowledge that she looked great. He just said like, "Oh, it's gut. it sucks for Molly. She had a bad night." Like I don't think they're aware of how good Aaron Blanchfield is. Because
I got bones to pick with Dana today, man.
Oh yeah.
These bonuses that he's giving out.
Oh, dude, that was garbage.
Dude,
Garbage.
They're painful.
That was garbage.
Dude,
Moicano should have got the bonus.
Dude, Moicano money,
people.
man. Give him the money.
So many people. Ryan Spann could have got the bonus. He hit him with a jab and knocked him out cold.
He actually couldn't have, though.
Why? Oh, he missed weight, right?
Yeah. But Carlos? Give it to Carlos. Give it to Aaron Blanchfield. Give it to
Dan Hooker.
Renato Moicano. Give it to anybody.
The whole card, like every single fight,
other than the people who got him.
Yeah.
I mean, give it to Frivola.
Dude, Frivola looked great.
Dude, give him $50,000.
Yeah.
They gave him all to like millionaires.
Chris Gutierrez.
Give it to Chris Gutierrez.
That's to flying knee Frankie Edgar and put him out cold.
Dude,
New York.
They could have taken $50,000 from him. That was so devastating to that arena.
Like, dude, I put my hands over my eyes and I was like, no. It hurt so bad.
Did you check out his interview today with Ariel?
I saw like the tail end of it. I tuned in for I think some of the Izzy, but I missed his. I gotta go back.
He's cool, man. He's very it was very real. A lot of he's had a hard life, that's for sure.
I bet. Yeah, I mean his post-fight speech was pretty powerful.
Definitely.
And, I mean, the dude can fight. Like you can tell he's got skills. That was a crazy knockout.
He's been in a custody battle for like 5 years. Has only seen like his son like 20 times.
What are you, John Anik? What are you bringing up custody battles? What's going on here, bro?
What do you mean?
It's like great knockout. He's like he can't see his kids anymore.
What does that have to do with John Anik?
Way to bring it down. You haven't seen that clip?
No.
It's I think it's a fight between. It's hilarious, bro. It's a fight between Andre Ewell and I think Andre Fili. Or I don't remember who the other guy was.
It's the fight of the Andres.
But, yeah, and John is in the he's in the booth and he's like, both of these men haven't seen their children in the last 2 years. They've been in a long custody battle,
dude,
and they're in here fighting tonight to see their. It's like, damn, bro, what does this have to do with the fight?
It has everything to do with the fight. You're fighting custody, fighting. He's got something to fight for.
It was just weird to like put out on the broadcast.
Yeah, but this wasn't on the broadcast. This was in an interview on Monday in the MMA Hour.
True. He brought it up.
No, Ariel did.
Oh, Ariel did.
Oh yeah, you know that instigator.
Oh, of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
But
freaking guy, huh?
But no, it's a story. Like it's he's got a story.
I mean, was he open about it? Like he wasn't.
I mean, you could definitely tell like it was uncomfortable. But then when you heard like the sincerity of Ariel's questions, like he was into talking about it. He didn't want to get like too into the details of like why this custody battle started because there's some charges, like he did some jail time, and so but it was heartbreaking. It was definitely heartbreaking. And also like his coach, like what his coach has been going through, and then his coach showed up.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's Greg Jackson, right?
Mark Montoya.
Sorry, they look very similar.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Yeah, they're both bald guys with beards. So.
His coach is Vin Diesel.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Every bald guy is the same.
I don't care if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Yeah. There was a lot of narratives in this card and a lot of things that came out of it, and I feel like one that went that got kind of forgotten just because of how crazy the rest of the card was that Dan Hooker basically made Claudio Puelles forget how to fight and quit in the second round.
Complete.
That was
and you had Claudio to win, didn't you?
I'm gonna have to go back and check the clip because I'm pretty sure I switched it to Dan.
Yeah,
last minute. I said I was rooting for Dan
for sure. Wait, dude, if my memory serves me right, you were shocked of why Dan was even on the main card.
Yeah, I was. I still am.
Dan is.
I think it should have been. Brad Riddell and Moicano. I think Dan should have gotten the prelim headliner. Dude, because look how his fight got forgotten.
I'll tell you right now, because I am not a casual, and I watch everything leading up to these fights, including the ceremonial weigh-ins. Dan got one of the largest pops from that crowd of the entire thing. It was, no joke, the biggest pop from the crowd was Molly.
Oh, yeah, Molly's like a superstar.
Dude, the crowd went crazy for her, and they went crazy for Dan.
Well, look, I'm not saying he doesn't have star power. If anything, I'm saying that putting him on the prelims, the prelim headliner is better for him. That's where all the eyes are, right before the main card. Everyone's starting to tune in. They check out the last prelim card, our last prelim fight, and boom, it's Dan Hooker getting a pretty impressive win over who I thought was a tough guy.
Yeah, I don't think he was so. He wasn't so tough, but it was just such a big step up in competition.
Yeah, dude. I see a lot of people saying that they should cut Claudio Puelles, which is
that's weird,
kind of wild. I think that's why. Like he's gotten good wins.
Yeah,
he's young still. That's definitely gonna take a lot of coaching to, I don't know, recover from that because that was pretty pathetic performance. Which is easy to say, again, like as we're sitting here talking on a Zoom call, but
we're the champions. This is where, dude. But okay, then I'll say this proudly: Michael Chandler lost that fight for himself.
Elaborate.
By picking up Dustin and going for an entertaining slam in the end. He cost him.
Oh,
He cost him that fight.
dude, I think
He would have won that fight.
what cost him that fight is coming out completely guns blazing in the first
No,
round.
I know, but he won the second round too.
Yeah, but being reserved and laying on
For sure, but he won the first round. He won the second.
Yeah.
Like, you could have given him two. It could have been 2-0. Okay?
He wasn't. I don't think any way unless he's like comes out super reserved and looks just super sharp. I don't think there's any way he wins that third round.
No, but what if he was reserved? What if he just took him down again?
That's what I'm saying. Obvious. I'm saying, but just with how he fought that fight, there was no way he was making it out of that third because he just even going into the second, he just got lucky that he got that take. Not lucky, obviously he knows how to wrestle and he got a great takedown, but that definitely saved him that round because he would have been out of there that round too. So he just came out way too strong against a guy that almost thrives off of that.
And like Claudio, we should also consider cutting Chandler.
Yeah, get him out of here.
He's giving us just nothing but entertaining fights. Cut him.
I've watched every card for the last 2 years, and for some reason, every time Dustin Poirier fights, I'm screaming like a maniac. It's just that for his fights are some of the most exciting fights that I've ever seen.
For sure.
It's just electric. Like from everything that happens in one of his fights. Obviously, Michael Chandler is also super exciting. But there's just something about DP, man. There's it gets you up.
Did you think he was doing? Did you see Chandler's fish hooks? Were you buying that?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he that looked intentional, for sure. He was digging him in there.
That's not good.
Nah. The one thing that I see also, that I don't agree with is the blood. I think he was just trying to breathe. I don't think he was actually trying to blow a blood clot on his nose. Out of you know what I mean? I don't think he was trying to bleed on him. It's just he was bleeding profusely. Yeah. But that was an amazing fight, and I think we all knew it was going to be an amazing fight. So
what if it was boring? Can you imagine that being a boring fight?
Oh, this whole card could have been boring, but this was freaking best card of the year so far.
I think so too. I really do.
From top to bottom. The only one I heard was kind of boring. I missed it. Was the Julio Ars fight? I don't know.
There you go. Yeah.
It was
dude. It was Montel Jackson's just big hands that won him that fight, dude.
You told us. You warned us.
I did.
You let everyone know. He's like, dude,
you know what was so funny? As soon as that fight was about to start happening, they're doing their walkouts, and Joe Rogan starts mentioning his big hands. I swear, I was just like, yes.
See, you're like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme pointing at the TV. Yeah. That's I mean, you called it, man. You're a credible source now. We gotta get you on ESPN.
So, were you watching the Silvana fight, or were you even there for that?
I missed that one too. I was able to catch from Matt Fragola.
Wait, but did you hear what happened in that fight?
I saw I watched or I saw a post on Instagram about it that they changed the scorecard right before they announced it.
It was a very weird moment in MMA.
So walk us through it.
I'll do my best, but what was happening was it literally went. It was like, okay, we're going to Bruce now for the decision, and then they're just standing there, and then an official runs out, grabs the card, and it's literally on camera. So whoever was filming this. Hello. Oh, sorry, you cut out for a second.
Yeah, I was coughing. I had to mute the mic.
Cough on?
I don't want to blow your ears out.
Cough in my ears, damn it. But no, so the official runs out. The guy catches it on camera too, so probably should have cut that camera feed. And literally they're refilling out, making mark changes on the card with a pen. And what's interesting is everybody scored it the way that it went. And in their minds, so it's not that they made a bad decision at the end of the day, but it was still just, it was very
so they just took the card out of Bruce's hand. Wow.
I don't know if one judge thought he was scoring it for Silvana when he really wanted to score it for the other woman, but
I don't even know if they're allowed to do that. You can't. I think once you submit it to Bruce, that's it, right?
Clearly not, because they changed it. I don't.
Well, I mean, they did it, but I don't know if it's allowed.
Dude, but what was weird is nobody said. They never like addressed it. They never like even.
Did the commentary?
Yeah, they were like, "This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen." Like, but then like even like they were asking Dana like about it, and he was just like, "Yeah, I don't know." He goes, the card was so stacked, I didn't even remember that until you brought it up."
Because he definitely wasn't watching. I think Dana just watches from like main card up.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, imagine having to watch, not having to watch, but watching that many fights for like 30 years.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. As that was coming out of my mouth, I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, that's the greatest job ever, bro.
Yeah.
Out of here.
But no, it was strange. The whole card was truly amazing, though. I mean, I think it was the most first round finishes like in MMA in UFC history.
Yes. There were 7, I think. All right, let me double check right now. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 7
okay,
first
so
round
7
finishes.
first round finishes, and he gave $50,000 to just the top 3 fights of the night. So just the last 3 fights of the night got $50,000, like for Weili, for Alex, and then for Poirier and Chandler. Like,
and out of the, I don't feel like, obviously Weili's performance was crazy, but it wasn't like, I feel like it was expected. Like, it was just cool how she got it done, but I don't.
She's made millions in her career.
Yeah, right. She's a champ. I think Alex's was warranted just because it's like
for
fifth
sure,
round,
but for sure.
And he won the titles.
Absolutely,
and
but even him, like he's made good money for glory. Like there's no way he hasn't made good money in his career. Like give it to somebody early on in that card who also got a first round finish.
I really feel like Gutierrez,
Matt Favola, like
your card,
dude, and Sal, they made $11 million just off the gate.
That's
$11 million the UFC made, and they gave out $150,000 of bonuses.
It's weird too, because usually when cards are like pretty crazy and there's a lot of finishes and stuff, he gives out more bonuses. I was really confused. Like in Austin, he gave out pretty much everyone a bonus. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, I really don't either. But I'm mad as hell.
I don't know. It's that diet. This is keto Dana. It's a new.
He's restricted in his food and in his bonuses.
Yeah, he got abs and he's cool now. Like, what's going on here?
But dude, okay, so Izzy, walk me through your whole 5 rounds of watching this.
First round, I mean, just coming out of the gate, like Izzy. And obviously this is just from what I see. I don't have an inside look at his head or anything, but coming out, he looked kind of shocked or nervous or whatever it was, but he was kind of wide eyed and he didn't do any theatrics, which he usually does. So I think this fight, you could tell just off rip was definitely, it was big. Yeah. Like this is not, I don't have time to put my mind on anything else. First round, pretty close, both guys getting things in. Alex looks great. And then Izzy, big shots at the end of the round.
One more of those could have been pretty bad.
Yeah, probably 2-3 seconds away from potentially finishing the fight. They go next round. Alex comes out of the corner. Doesn't look too phased. Like, it doesn't seem like he's still rocked or anything. Good round. Third round, Izzy kind of starts, pulling away a little bit, finding his rhythm. Alex is obviously still in there, but you can tell he's getting tired. Fourth round, probably Izzy's best round, minus the first, obviously, where he hurt him. And it just looks like it's going to be one of those fights where, he does his thing, he jabs, leg kicks, that's it. It's over.
Yeah.
Fifth round, or going into the fifth round, Glover Teixeira lit a fire under this man because he came out like he hadn't just fought 4 rounds. And
don't you wish you spoke Portuguese?
Oh yeah, to just know what I mean, I can kind of understand a little bit. But
is it close enough to Spanish?
It's pretty close, and like my parents both know a little bit, so we can kind of get a feel for it.
How often are you speaking Spanish in your house?
Them?
You?
I don't speak as much of it. I understand they speak in Spanish all the time. I understand it.
But you don't speak at all, or
I
like
speak
just not
sometimes.
fluent.
I'm not like super great at it. I'm still learning.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've
Okay.
known it since I was little. So if they talk to me, I know what they're saying.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, comes out 5th round, and it's like pressuring heavy just off rip, and
Yeah.
hits him with, I think it was the left hook that really put him out, and we have a new champion.
Did you feel the stop was good?
Yeah, I think it was good. I've watched it not a couple times. I've watched it like hundreds of times already, and yeah, dude, I've had it like on loop almost. And you can see that obviously Izzy's still standing and all that, but he's in a position where he's kind of staring at the ground. His hands aren't really up, and he's not intelligently defending, which is the criteria, you know, like
Yeah.
intelligently defending, you're dodging, or at least you have your hands up to your head. His hands weren't up. He's just kind of laying there getting hit. So I feel like your favorite ref, Marc Goddard, kind of saved him from another nasty knockout.
Dude, he's not only my favorite ref, but my favorite British man
Dude,
at this point.
he's the okayest British guy in the world.
He's fine.
Thank you, Marc Goddard, for being
he's
mediocre. I appreciate it.
Yes.
But yeah, dude, I think it was a perfect stoppage. And again, we were screaming like maniacs.
I wish I was there. But, dude, it's weird to hear all these Izzy fans saying early stoppage, because one more hit of that would have been face down.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of saved him a little bit. Like, he you know.
Right, like, it's saving him for the rematch.
And I don't think he kind of protested the finish, but you can tell he's not, like, distraught about it. He understands he was hurt.
Yeah, he seems good.
He seems like he really wants that rematch.
Yeah, for sure. Can you imagine that in Nigeria?
Dude, I think Alex wins again.
Oh, for sure.
I don't just seeing how he just took 4 rounds of that.
Yeah, I think he wins in 2 rounds next time.
As Izzy obviously showed in this fight that he is, you know, if not the best in the world, the second best in the world at middleweight. But there's just something in this guy that you can't break him. Like,
he's so big. He's so big too.
Yeah,
like for
dude,
the division.
Izzy looked probably the best he's ever looked in a fight, and this dude just kind of came out like that hadn't just happened.
But Izzy was getting backed up to the fence too because of his footwork was off because of that the perennial nerve being kicked on his calf muscle.
I mean, he was on the fence.
Throwing him off.
He was on the fence from the first round. I think the length and the size of Pereira actually allowed him to back up Izzy, which people can't do because he's so long. If you're trying to come in on Izzy, he'll angle out and hit you with a hook or something. But I think the fact that physically they're completely even, I feel like the stats are lying. Alex looked way bigger than Izzy. Yeah, he wasn't on his typical game, and he still looked great. And this guy is just a monster.
And can wrestle. He can wrestle.
Yeah, dude. He turned into Izzy Nurmagomedov out there.
But okay, Alex definitely needs to work on his wrestling.
It didn't look too bad in his wrestling. I think he was tired. Like, you know, he got up. That's big. He could have accepted that position and not gotten up.
Powerful takedown too in round 2 by Alex.
Dude, he just ran through him. That wasn't even a takedown. He grabbed his leg and decided that we're going to the ground. I was like,
but that's how a takedown needs to happen. You can't just
if you're
you
that
can't
big,
work for your takedown.
If you're
right,
that
just
big,
power him. Yeah. But dude, what's crazy? 3 fights this year, 3 title fights have ended with the person who was losing the whole fight winning in the 5th round.
And they're all beating the champ. It's not like the champ pulls it off in the 5th. It's all like upsets.
Right.
And they win. Yeah.
Yeah, the only one who was like a betting favorite was Yuri. But like still, he was losing that whole fight.
I was like, damn, Glover won this one. Great fight, but.
And what's crazy is Tim, the manager of 3 of those fighters, he had 3 fighters in these fights.
Yeah, that's true. Yuri,
that's
Leon,
wild.
and then Izzy, right?
Yeah. Yes. I'm like, yeah. But dude,
that
to
clip
go from like
Tim, they showed Tim and he's got his hands on his head.
Yeah, but dude, you can't win them all. Like, he just experienced the Leon one. Like, you gotta have highs and lows in life, man.
Yeah.
But and honestly, like this one, the loss of this one, it doesn't even come close to the excitement level of Leon.
Oh no, that was
Like they'll recover from this. Where
yeah.
like the Leon excitement is something that will like last forever.
Dude, I mean he put him out like completely. I was freaking out over this finish just because it's like, oh, somebody just beat Izzy. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it finally happened.
Right.
But with Usman, it's, oh, somebody just beat Usman and he's unconscious on the floor. Like there's no question here. He's in the shadow realm.
Leon is flying high, man. I was listening to him on Flagrant with Andrew Schultz.
Oh, nice.
Dude, he is like a different person. Not in like a bad way, but
Right.
you can just tell that this has like been just a roller coaster ride for him since that knockout.
That's awesome.
In the best way. Like he's just living life.
Dude, like that guy went through probably the worst like 2 years that a fighter has had to go through. Like you're a top 3 guy on an 8-fight win streak, 9-fight win streak, and you just can't get a fight. It keeps getting canceled. You can't get to the US. Like just thing after thing going wrong. And then in the moment you get to the fight and like, it's bad. Nothing's working. You're getting tired, and then to pull that out with a minute left in the fight. I mean,
do you know who else that reminds me of?
who?
Arnold Allen.
How does that remind you of Arnold Allen?
10-fight win streak and just didn't get the interim title in Perth.
I agree with that. I don't want to see Josh Emmett fight Yair Rodriguez.
Thank you. Nobody does.
Nah, that's a weird matchup. I don't think Josh Emmett...
Dude, it's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like he's gotten enough wins.
Arnold's won 10 in a row.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, that's a weird... I think it's just because of how vocal he was, and they were like, all right, here's your shot. But truthfully, Arnold should have gotten that. And that makes for definitely a more exciting fight than those two. I think Yair is going to beat Josh Emmett pretty handily.
Dude, it's not like Josh sells a fight either. Like, he's very soft-spoken as well. So they're both really soft-spoken guys. Yair has a way bigger following than either of them.
Oh, yeah, Yair's a star. Yair's a star who just hasn't gotten enough wins together.
Right.
But that dude could be a superstar. Especially Mexican. So. Like, that's a whole market that's huge.
Yeah. I would have loved Arnold to get that. But I
that's
mean now
in Perth that they're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is a little weird too, because you got Volkanovski fighting for the 155 belt right after. Like, so I don't know.
I'm gonna call it right now. Volk's not going back to 45.
You don't think so?
There's no way. I think he's gonna do this fight with Islam. I'm picking him to win. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I think if he does win that fight, what does he need to go to 45 for?
Because he's got to defend both belts.
I don't know. He keeps talking that he's gonna put on muscle. I think he's gonna like how he feels at 55, and the fights at 55 are way more exciting than anything there is at featherweight. No disrespect to Yair or whatever, but I think he's a guy that likes big challenges, and there's big challenges at 55. Imagine he fights the winner of Beneil versus Dustin Poirier.
Dude, I was literally thinking about Alex versus Dustin earlier and just getting so pumped.
I know, like those fights are big, and he wants money. He said he's not gonna be in this for too much longer. So what is save Josh Emmett wins? Who wants to, like, that's not gonna get you big money. You're gonna be maybe a co-main on a card, but if you're fighting Dustin Poirier, you're fighting like these superstars, because that's a star stack division.
Yeah,
that's big money. You're frozen, by the way.
Am I again?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's not... Before, it was like you went black. Oh, there you go. You're back. Dude, you're getting quick at this. Efficient.
I hope it's not because of the battery, though. Like, that's going to suck. Hold on, I'm playing it. Oh, no. Wait, I was flooding out.
I got to plug in my computer anyway, so it works.
Oh, okay. If it is the battery, I'm very sorry.
No, you're good.
We can. I mean, yeah. I mean, what else do we need to talk about this card that we just?
Well, the rest on this card. I mean, we kind of covered everything. Dominic Reyes.
Yeah, that's sad, man. I don't want to talk about
What
that.
a downfall. Don't even bring that up, bro. Yeah.
That.
I mean, like flatline.
Yeah, that's sad, man. I heard the medical report though the other day of him versus Yuri.
It was bad.
Dude, it's really bad. Like he had broken bones throughout his whole face.
Yeah, I don't think skill wise he's deteriorated or anything, but just once your chin gets tested like that,
yeah, like
your brain it's protecting you. It's not like it's nothing you can do. It's just your brain. It's like, damn, bro, we're getting hit hard.
Right.
Let's just shut out early here. No need to get hit.
Yeah.
So
his brain knows.
Unfortunately, physically he just can't hang.
But Ryan sounds fired up though for his future.
Dude, I mean, a jab. It
was kind of like at an angle, I heard.
Nah, dude, it was pretty much a jab. It was pretty much a jab. People are just hurt that he knocked out Dom, but that's a very scary win. And I think immediately he should be booked against Jamal Hill.
I hear that Anthony Smith is.
I'm not like super excited for that fight. Are you?
No, because I think Jamal Hill would win, and I really like Anthony.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's not a great matchup for Anthony Smith.
Dude, honestly, like, because I love Anthony. Like, he's just
he's awesome.
Yeah, so I really don't know what Anthony's way to get to the title is right now, because it was like beat Ankalaev and you're there, right. And then that happened, and I just like I don't see him beating Jamal. I don't see Ryan Spann beating Jamal either.
No, but that's a fun fight. Like that's two guys who can hit hard, and let Ryan get a chance. Like if you're really saying that you can hang, and this is the first time you train for a fight, test it against a guy that's hedged, title shot.
Could you imagine Ryan Spann versus Yuri?
Can you imagine Jamal Hill versus Yuri?
Dude, that's
after that Thiago fight.
That is such a fun fight.
Yeah, because that's just toughness with unhuman power.
Can you imagine putting $5 on that to go to decision, and like it actually going to the decision? It'd be like
It might. I mean, their chins are pretty crazy. They might just eat all the shots.
It'd be like a plus 5,000 to go to decision.
We could try it out. I'll be on Verdict MMA.
Oh yeah, well
I'll be on them tournaments.
I'll be on my bookie with 72 cents in my account.
Put 72-cent parlay for like
5 I can't. You have to bet $1 to even make a bet. I can't even make a bet.
I've seen people do parlays on like pennies and stuff.
Not on my bookie.
That? Oh, yeah. You gotta get off my bookie, bro. You gotta go to DraftKings Sports, the official sports book of the UFC.
I would if it was legal in Florida.
Oh damn!
No, that's why you gotta go to these like offshore betting sites.
So sad.
I know, it's crazy.
Come on, Florida.
Yeah, everything is allowed in Florida except for that. That's absurd.
Yeah, dude. Come on. That's crazy.
Well, I think that pretty much covers it for 281.
For 280. Yeah.
We can do you want to are you excited about this weekend?
Yeah, dude, I was actually looking at this, at least the main card, and even some of the prelims. It's a pretty good card.
Dude, Jack Della Maddalena is fighting. How could you not be excited?
And Andre Fialho, he just lost, but that dude always brings some kind of fire. Yeah. Waldo Cortez is already back. I feel like he fought like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Who'd he fight?
He just fought Jared Vandera. Remember he was killing his leg?
Why don't I remember that?
He fought. Let me see. I'll tell you the card. I'm pretty sure it was a Calvin Kattar card.
Oh, well, I was
October...
Dude, I was at that wedding. I wasn't there. I came back for the main fight.
Gotcha. Yeah, he fought like 2 weeks ago.
See, I know when I'm sitting there, I don't miss a fight. I don't miss anything that's going on. But all right. Do you think Derek Lewis is going to win this?
Okay, so I sat there because I used some of my money to join the next tournament. And I really thought about it. And I was like, last time they put him against the guy who was kind of lower ranked, he starts.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ty is the exception, but we saw Ty can hang with top 3, top 5 guys. I really like Sergey Spivak, but I'm completely pulling for Derek Lewis to pull this off. I think he can, and I think it'll be in the first round. Yeah, I think Derek Lewis can get it
by
done.
sub.
Yeah. He's gonna put him in a darts choke. Yeah, that's how he gets him. He's gonna get a knee bar. Yeah, dude, that would be the best thing in the world. Derek Lewis pulls out an omoplata.
Yeah, dude, I'm feeling Derek on this one for sure. I really am.
Yeah, and that's not like a knock on Spivak because I know he's a prospect for sure, a heavyweight. But I think the experience and just a notch down in competition. That it's a guy that's still not super proven. And this could turn into this guy's big signature win, like he beats Derek Lewis, and now we're looking at a contender. But he knows how to win these kind of fights.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a brutal knockout. I do.
Yeah, and they're not in Houston, so
for sure. Good point. Valid point.
I don't think he has. His last couple losses were exclusively in Houston. Every time he's at the Apex.
Fool me once. Shame on. This is fool me 50th time. Shame on Derek Lewis.
Let's see which ones were. He lost the last fight.
And Cyril gone. It's only 2. It's only 2.
In Dallas. That was in Texas. Ty was in Texas.
And Cyril gone.
And right before that, and Cyril gone was.
He's
in
lost
Houston,
3 in Texas in 2 years.
So he's 1-4 in his last 5, but the 3 losses were all in Texas, and the one time he won was at the Apex.
Wow, dude, I don't.
And also I gotta say, shout out to Derek Lewis for being so active, because he's fighting 3 times a year, a heavyweight. You don't really see that,
dude. I don't know why talking about Derek Lewis just made me think about last Wednesday, getting to hear DC and Helwani back together.
Dude, I started watching it, and I had a stupid grin on my face for the first 30 minutes.
I'm not going to lie. There's a moment in there that Ariel made me laugh out loud like I was listening to a stand-up comic.
Was it when he brought out the National Fried Chicken Day?
Dude,
that was
he has
funny.
a moment in there where he's telling DC that he just got his he just became a citizen of America, and he just did a citizenship test. And he was like, yeah, there's this really weird moment during the test where you have to watch a clip from a movie and then write down lines that they were saying. And he goes, but I couldn't. Oh, what is happening? Do you hear that? What is that? Yeah. That is so distracting.
It's alien.
He's literally talking about this part of the test where you have to memorize lines from a movie and then write it down. He goes, but I couldn't understand what the guy was talking about. I didn't understand its language. He goes, have you seen this movie? There's just this babbling fool in the movie. He goes, Gringo Poppy? Oh no, dude, that wasn't to DC. That was to Andrew Schultz on Flagrant when he was in there. Oh,
what do you mean? He said that on Schultz?
He said to Andrew Schultz because Andrew and
Helwani was on.
Dude,
Andrew Schultz?
They were together. He had Helwani come in and interview with because Andrew Schultz claims to be the #1 MMA journalist, so he had the #2 MMA journalist come in, and they were with Volkanovski. They were with Leon Edwards. It was really fun. Dude, he came in. He came in shot out of a cannon. Ariel was doing push-ups. It was so funny. It was so funny.
They had him going.
Dude.
That's awesome.
David's messing with stuff on the computer upstairs, and it's playing through headphones down here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out
to
Dave.
David for ruining this podcast.
Dude, he's probably an Israel Adesanya fan.
I just hear drums. Oh my!
He's grooving up there.
He's
dancing
he's
in
making
his underwear.
beats.
Oh snap! Do you want to go through like the main card for this
for
weekend?
sure.
So obviously you mentioned Jack Della Maddalena. He's fighting Danny Roberts out of the UK.
I got Della Maddalena. Yeah,
I like that pick. I think if you've watched MMA in the last year or two, you like that pick.
I would agree. Yeah, he's awesome.
That dude can crack. And he's not just like he's not reckless or anything. He's super well rounded. So I'm excited to see that fight. I got Jack. Andre Fialho looking to rebound off of a pretty nasty loss last fight against Muslim Salikov.
Muslim, I believe, needs this win. He lost.
Yeah, they both need this win, dude.
No, because he was really supposed to win. He was fighting the Leech, right? Yeah,
he got knocked out. So you say that Muslim Salikov is gonna win this fight and needs to win this fight?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think he's gonna win.
I can't see it going his way. I feel like Fialho is a tank.
Who did Fialho just lose to?
Jake Matthews. So not a bad loss.
But didn't he lost pretty bad though, right?
Well, yeah. And like it's not a bad person to lose to. Obviously the loss was like he got demolished. But it's like Jake Matthews is a solid fighter.
That's the dude from Australia, right?
I think Andre Fialho is gonna come out. Yeah, he's from Australia. Yeah,
that guy's really good.
He doesn't get talked about enough. He's like kind of goes under the radar because he's been in the UFC for a while. He came in when he was like 20 years old or something. And like he's had good wins. That was probably his best win. He should get someone ranked.
Were you not to completely change subjects, but were you watching the UFC when Rumble Johnson was fighting?
Yes.
Yeah. You were. See, because I only know
of him actually.
Damn, man. Well, rest in peace, man. Because that is, I was not a fan. Like I was not a fan of the UFC when he was fighting DC and all that. But hearing about him today, hearing about his punching power and just his knockout history, like it just sounded like a fun time to be a fan.
Oh, dude, Rumble was like, you just didn't want to fight that guy. Like that's probably one of the hardest hitters ever. Like,
well, it was crazy hearing like he was 170 or like all the way up to like heavy. Like it was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh! Like I didn't know anything. I really didn't. Like I knew like the most I heard was like they were trying to make like him against what's his name in Bellator recently against
Fedor,
the guy who fought Izzy. No,
well, they did that fight.
My brain.
He fought Yoel, right?
No, did they fight?
He was gonna fight Yoel.
They were going to fight. Yeah. Really?
Either one. Yeah, I know he was linked to him somehow. Either.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that Rumble came in at 170 and was missing weight and like couldn't get fights, couldn't get wins.
Mm-hmm.
And then he left the organization, went all the way up to heavyweight, he knocked out Andrei Arlovsky out of the organization. He got a couple wins together and he came in and just went on a reign of terror, like putting everybody out. An absolute savage. He knocked out Glover Teixeira. He just
Gustafsson.
Yeah, crazy wins, like
and quick wins too.
Flatlining. He knocked out Glover in 13 seconds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Rumble was definitely an absolute legend, and my condolences to all his family and all that, because that's a hard loss.
Yeah, man, 38 years old is very young.
Yeah, dude, he was young. He was young.
And
He
like
was still
hearing everybody
fighting.
talk about him, it's really hard for people to see these like superhuman looking people who have like physical stuff going on behind the scenes. Like it's so hard to like see somebody who looks like, you know, just this chiseled human, this like super athlete that just like has a sickness. Like that's a hard thing for people to comprehend, because they're like, everybody's just trying to do like, you know, live a healthy life, do the right things, like to be able to live a long life. And it's like you never know what the human body is doing behind the scenes. Like that's the scary thing.
Yeah, and there was a couple of photos that came out of him where he looked like he had lost a bunch of weight. Like he definitely looked sick. So
very, very sad.
Yeah, hopefully he didn't go. Hopefully he went peacefully. You know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, rest in peace, Rumble.
There you go. Rest in peace. What other fights are on that main card though?
We got Chase Sherman and Waldo Cortez Acosta from the Dominican Republic.
Chase Sherman, man.
Did you go Chase Sherman?
Dude, Chase Sherman needs this win.
Yeah, dude, this is a horrible matchup for him. He keeps getting like the worst matchups.
Who is he? Who is this guy?
Waldo Cortez?
Yeah.
He came off of the Contender Series.
Is he good?
Yeah, dude, he's nasty. He's a former baseball player. So he throws his right hand as if he was throwing like a fastball.
Mm-hmm.
And he hits hard, dude. And he's really tall and he's fast. He's a problem at heavyweight.
Okay.
And he looked good last fight. He just kind of...
Dude, I feel like Chase Sherman is a problem. Chase is a problem if somebody doesn't take him down. Chase Sherman, first round knockout. Put your life savings on it right now.
No way. I saw that. No way.
Yeah.
I saw this dude get hit hard last fight, and he just ate it. And Chase Sherman beat Jared Van Der. They both beat Jared Van Der last fight.
Well, there you go. Chase Sherman's going to beat this guy first round knockout.
Wow.
I might put some money into my bookie account just for this.
Dude.
$10. Chase Sherman first round knockout.
I think that's some madness.
Yeah. Well, I did go to Electric Daisy Carnival this weekend, so
I looked it up and I saw some pictures and I got scared. I didn't even like look further into it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. It's scary. Is
it loud?
It's very loud. It's very loud, but more than loud. Okay, so like I've been to plenty of concerts, rock shows my whole life, or just tons of concerts, whatever the genre. But I've never been to like a rave, like an outdoor festival rave. And the thing is, they put all of their money, because it's just like DJs up there. So all of the money is into the stage, the lighting, the pyrotechnics, the actual carnival itself. Like there's literally a carnival there. Like it's crazy. There's carnival rides.
What, is it like a multimedia show or something?
It's hard to say that it isn't, but it is like, the way I can describe it is like the stage, like the set of the stage is as much a part of like what you're paying for as the performers are, because it is such a visual experience, which is just a wonderful thing for me. And like, dude, like I'm just standing there and Emily's like describing everything to me. I'm like, dude, I'm like, this shit sounds hard to even explain. Dude, there's like a lotus tree that's like basically presenting like the birth of life. And like all of this, dude, I'm not kidding. Like this stage is constantly like moving. It's just, dude, it's like a psychedelic experience. Like for everybody involved who's like there on something besides just drunk, is like literally just like putting these glow sticks in front of their faces, because you can bring anything you want into this place. Like how a lot of like festivals are like, nope, can't bring that. Nope, can't bring that. This says yes to everything you would ever think on the ticket. It's like, dude, people had like glow in the dark whips and stuff.
There's weapons in there?
Genuinely, dude, it is.
Damn, bro.
It's crazy.
Why did you go to this? What was the decision?
Here was the decision. Emily has been like, well, she had some friends that were going. It was like she really likes she likes all genres, but she really likes like chill house music. And so she's like, oh, I've always wanted to go to like an EDC, like a rave kind of thing. And I was like, okay. And then David got sick, and so it was like, all right, do we just sit in the house or like let's do something? And dude, these tickets were the tickets were expensive though. Like I will say, these tickets were expensive. She's like, I just got a raise at work, so I'll buy the tickets. I was like, okay, that's good. But dude, I'm not gonna lie, we had a really fun time. Like there was never a time where we were like there where it was like how much longer is this gonna be? It was like the whole time, 100% worth it. We had a blast. Dude, there's literally like there's a giant field of glow in the dark mushrooms. Like there's a mushroom garden there that like is literally designed with beanbags that people can go just hang out in a mushroom garden.
This whole thing sounds like my worst nightmare as an event. But I mean, I'm sure I mean that's just hearing it, but I can't even.
Dude, as I told my friend today, I said it's basically like a psychedelic paradise and hell.
There's no in between. It's like
wow. No. But like the thing is, like, dude, if you took out the 20,000 other people who were there and you just like had it there for just yourself, it would be a blast. The only thing that I really
that's what sounds terrifying, that it's 20,000 people. Like I hate crowds.
Dude, seriously, that's the only thing that for me I'm like, because you got tons of just loud, drunk people running into you
with glow in the dark whip.
It is apparently. Like, and I don't. Yeah, and on God knows what drugs, and I'm just like, that's the only part of the whole thing where I'm like, all right, 95% of people here could be totally safe, having the time of their life, but what if somebody here just cracks right now? Like that's the one person I like.
This is the moment that they decide to just go off.
Like Emily said. Yeah, like Emily said, there was one dude who just like looked like he was just tripping balls, and he was just covered in dirt. What? And she's like, I just don't trust this guy's face. I was like, well, we shouldn't be.
I like how he was covered in dirt, and what she didn't trust was his face. Like that's the one thing that stood out. Not being covered in dirt for some reason. It's like this guy's features are throwing me off.
Dude, the thing is, this thing went on for 3 days. It was
Friday,
what?
Saturday, I thought you meant like one
Sunday.
night.
People were buying like.
Oh, okay.
I was there one night. People were there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I was like, I cannot imagine. Like, yeah, like a pass for it was like $300 or $400 for the weekend, but like I was just like she played me a clip of like her friend there like Saturday night, and I thought it was just like from her phone from Friday night because it all sounds literally the same. Like,
yeah, so, was the music enjoyable?
I was like, oh, is this from our night?
Like, do you like house rave music?
It has it has a place.
I don't mind it.
And yeah, like I don't like it for 7 hours.
That's how long the event was?
But like we were there. We were there from 4 p.m. till midnight. Wow.
And it went longer?
Dude, it was still going outdoors, where I was literally walking home, or walking to the car complaining. I was like, if this was a rock show, they'd be like noise ordinance at 11 o'clock. This thing was still going loud at midnight. Like it probably went on for like another hour
crazy.
Or so.
In Florida, man.
Dude, and you know how like kids have like you know how kids are like with their fidget spinners? I bet you got some fidget spinners in your room right now.
If this was 4 years ago, probably,
nothing to be ashamed about it.
My brother has some.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Do you know what they had here? Dude, I'm not kidding. God. So we're just walking around, and then I hear these noises, and I'm like, what is that? People have these gigantic fans, like fans to cool themselves down, that they just kept going to the beat. To the beat of the music, and they're loud,
like turning like electrical fans.
Sound like no, like fans that you'd like open and close.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like to cool yourself down, like you'd be like blowing air on yourself. So they were just constantly with one hand, just
like
going,
all of them.
Dude, like it was like a thing.
What the hell?
And I was like, dude, Emily had friends that were doing it. She's like, I just wanted to rip them out of their hands. Like, cause it was, dude, it literally was like almost like you had to do it to like feel like you were fitting in. And I was like psychologically like breaking it down. I couldn't it was just.
You're all part of the hive mind.
I'm not into these fans. Yeah, you sheep with your fans.
This sounds everything that you like. Every event that you've described sounds like a nightmare. Just each one, like all the fans.
I gotta be honest, man. I like to put myself in a lot of nightmare situations. So when I'm not in these situations, life can seem pretty
right. It's
okay.
Context.
Yeah. So when I'm not at the event that's supposed to be fun, I wake up the next morning happy in my bed.
So then that makes sense. Like you were around so many bad British people that Marc Goddard is a pretty okay British guy.
Yeah, dude, I still get messages on Facebook like all the time from like fans from like 7 years ago in the UK being like, when are you coming back over the pond? And I really do like often. And it's just so funny because like I never say like never, like I never say that. They're like oh, I'm just like, oh, you know, we'll be there soon.
Like tune into a Fighting Chance podcast every Monday.
Yeah, dude, I swear I'm like, oh, come check me out on Twitch.
Come watch me stream, bro.
Yeah, if you miss me so much, come watch me stream.
I'm out there. I'm not gone.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, I don't need to go to a cheeky Nando's. You can come
cheeky Nando's.
Just watch me stream.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't need your peri chicken.
Wow. There's 2 fights left on the main card if we want to break them down. Well, one because we already said our first pick for the main event. Kennedy and Nzechukwu. I definitely butchered that one.
He's on this?
Yeah, dude, he's fighting Ion Cutelaba.
Yeah, that's exciting.
A banger.
I got Kennedy.
Me too.
For sure.
Have you know that he lives with his mom and she has some kind of illness and like that's all he does. He fights basically to just support his mom. He's her caregiver.
What are you, John Anik?
Huh?
What are you, John Anik now?
Oh, we're throwing it back? What is this? Yeah. No, but dude, like that's his whole goal. It's like he's a full-time caregiver to his mom basically and a full-time fighter. So I think I always root for Kennedy. And I think it's
that's who knocked out Carlos.
Yes. And it's documented that I don't like Ion Cutelaba, so.
Is it?
Yeah, dude. A couple of pods already I've been against them. I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan.
Dude, I was working on booking him on the show.
I was in the DM.
I actually almost had Erin Blanchfield to come on today, but she had something to come up. Dude.
She was she was dealing with the disrespect from the media.
Yeah. She was dealing with booze from her hometown.
You know, I am actually working on a guest. I don't want to say the name and get the hopes up, but
yeah, you can't. No, don't say it because if it doesn't happen, then we just look bad.
For our 3 viewers, hopefully we can get you guys a special guest coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Special guest.
It's actually Mackenzie Dern. It's not Mackenzie Dern. Jared doesn't like Mackenzie Dern, dude, so we're never going to get Mackenzie Dern.
I'm not going to lie, man. If you ever want Mackenzie to come on here, I will just dress up as her.
What? Whoa,
and I'll put on the thickest fake Brazilian accent you've ever heard, and you can interview me as Mackenzie Dern.
I mean,
if you ever want that, we could do that.
Next episode, it's not Jared Hara, it's Mackenzie Dern.
I'll put you in a dark joke.
That sounds just like her. Dude, you know, I saw MMA fans are so thirsty. They like she broke up with her husband apparently, or like they got divorced or something, and the
Yeah.
memes were endless of like.
Could he understand her when she
I
was
don't
trying
think
to
so. I
break it
think that's
off?
why they broke up. The
Yeah.
accent was fluctuating too
Yeah.
much.
Dude, I bet though, I will say this. I don't know how long they were together for, but there might have been something refreshing about just how, so it was like sometimes he's dating this one, and sometimes he's
He
dating this
switches it
one.
up.
Like it might have kept it,
Yeah.
kept it fresh.
I mean, that's one way to look
Yeah.
at it. Yeah. I didn't. That mean they didn't keep it fresh enough. It didn't work out. But you know,
Yeah.
that's how it.
Well, dude, she's on a tear. Let me tell you.
Too soon. It's always too soon.
Too soon. No, dude, I am excited for whoever you get as a guest, because we need some fresh blood on this.
I know, right?
Show.
We got to switch it up, like Mackenzie Dern's accent. Yeah,
yes.
We got and I'm excited. You know, I'd love to get to know some of the fighters more. Obviously, there's we joke and all that, but there's a message to the podcast, and it'd be great to get to know these guys more and dig a little deeper.
Dude, that's what I'm 100%. And thank you for saying that, because yes, we do joke a lot, but at the same time, like when I'm listening to like a Chris Gutierrez today telling his heartbreaking story, that's my favorite part of fighting, is listening to these real dudes who you turn on NFL football and they go to change from like offense to defense, and it's literally just a line of dudes saying their names and what college they went to. And it's like, okay, cool. Like I feel so connected to these guys on this field now, under their uniforms and helmets, and like I love feeling a closeness with fighters. Like I love, like that's what, like even like with Leon, like feeling his frustrations for years, and then like this roller coaster that like I wish I was hanging out with him in New York, getting this like new treatment that he never experienced before. But like, dude, yeah, I would love to. I mean, even regional scene fighters, like just getting anybody's story on this show who wants to come on and just shoot the shit with us and talk about why they do what they do, how they do it, like their goals, their purpose. Like it would be an element to this show that would really be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know, well, first of all, I think the best way to describe it is like this is an underdog's sport.
Yes.
Like all these, there's no other sport where you're this connected to one person, and I don't think there's any other sport where the talent is going through this much. Like they're putting their lives on the line every time they go out there, and you're just completely connected to these guys. Like, you know, obviously in the NBA or the NFL, it's not like there's not those stories where they're struggling or whatever, but fighting is like the most primal thing you can do, and these guys are just giving it all. And
this is the safest show for any fighter to come on, because I mean, you're a puppy dog. You're the sweetest guy in the world. And I can't even see the fucking fights. So like they don't even have to worry about, like they'll never let me down. Like they could literally tell me that they like weren't even doing that. They could have gotten ragdolled and come on and tell me like, hey, it really wasn't that bad of a beating. And I'll take their word for it every day of the week.
Dude, the expectations are low.
I'm a whore. Like I'll do whatever. Yeah, I went and hung out in a mushroom garden at EDC this
People
weekend.
flapping fans for no reason.
yeah. I was like, oh, when can we go get burritos?
That's our promo for coming on the show.
I swear, for 5 hours, I'm just thinking, if you make it 5 more hours, you can end this night with a burrito.
A burrito. The whole thing, that's what's getting you through, the burrito.
It gets me through a lot of nights. Is just looking forward to the ending of the night.
I had a burrito today. I had 2 burritos today. It was pretty good. But you were talking about regional fighters. I have a boy right now. He used to be my coach at American Top Team. His name is Mauricio Gomez, and he just fought on Fight Pass. And he's legit. He's training in Coconut Creek with like Mateusz Gamrot. He's training with all the top dogs at ATT, and he's up and coming. So I'd love to see if I could get him on, and he's got a cool story. But yeah, there's definitely there's so many fighters now that
And like I said, this is the safe show to come on.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll see that. I won't, but they will.
Oh. Oh, my sound effects aren't working. There we go. I got it in there.
It was after the bell.
Yeah. Dude, there was one fight where somebody got hit late. I think it was
Izzy.
It was Izzy, right? Like he hit him way after. It was like bah, bah, and it's just...
No. The punch was thrown though before.
Dude, I heard a buzzer, and then pretty clearly you could see he threw. Like it was two separate things.
Dude, that's what had him on shaky legs.
That was the second shot that like really hurt him. It was a little cheap, but karma bit him in the ass.
Bit him.
Yeah. Well, this was another great episode with.
All right. Do you have a fantasy?
Oh, I'm like ending it. Every time I do this, I forget that we have the fantasy fights.
It's okay. It's okay. I know it's our biggest it's our biggest segment of our show.
It's our main event.
It's our money maker.
I don't know if I'm ready to start. Are you ready to start?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
Let's go.
All right, I'm going Hollywood on my fantasy matchup for this week.
Let's see.
I'm going with the fight that everybody's been wanting to see for the last decade. Bruce Willis taking on Vin Diesel.
Dude.
Because check it out. Even in my mind, I still feel like they look the same.
Doesn't Bruce Willis have like a illness? You didn't know that? He like retired from acting because he has a horrible illness or something like that.
No,
yeah, dude.
No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. What are you, being John Anik again?
Dude, I mean, I just feel like it's wrong to put him in a fantasy fight.
I'm looking at think about Unbreakable Bruce Willis.
Okay. But yes, he has aphasia, which is like a brain disorder.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, bro. He retired from acting.
Dude,
yeah.
I think I have that.
It affects his cognitive. He like can barely speak anymore. It's kind of horrible. Yeah.
Do you need to speak to fight though?
I mean, I guess not. A fighting chance.
Dude, I don't even know what I say sometimes. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I mean, ask Mackenzie Dern. That's just all I gotta say.
Yeah. Dude,
that's all.
What a matchup, huh? You really come with it every week.
Dude, you're trying to make me change it up, but I'm sticking.
No, I didn't mean change it up. I'm just saying,
you know what? I got Bruce Willis. I've got Bruce Willis in this fight.
Me too. I'm going with Bruce.
Yeah.
Let's see, man. I gotta follow that up now.
Book it.
Let's see. My fantasy fight of the week is Dana White.
Yeah.
Versus no. I'm switching it. My fantasy fight of the week is Paulo Costa versus USADA. They keep coming to his door at 5 a.m. and taking piss, and I think it's wrong. And I think they need to fight, and I think Paulo can take on the entire staff. Okay, yeah. I was loading it up. That's why it took a little long.
Yeah. And okay, so Paulo's gonna win this one.
Yeah, dude, easy dub.
They've been testing him a lot.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, every couple of days I see that they busted into his room at 5 a.m.
They can't catch him.
No, dude, I mean, at this point, like, he's passing these tests. You don't have to be that frequent with it. And then not test Connor for, like, a year.
Connor's clean, man.
Dude, that dude is not clean. He is not.
He's so clean. He's so clean.
There's no way. He's
David showed Emily a picture the other day that they both say looks completely photoshopped.
It does. And I don't think it is.
Yeah.
That's just how different
Right.
like, he's definitely on some kind of...
They said his legs are just massive.
He looks like a bodybuilder right now.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. Well, it does make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. He's on GH.
Yeah. And he's an athlete, so, you know, he's in the gym. But I don't think dude should be fighting unless he cycles off of that, you know. He might come back with that Izzy titty.
That Izzy titty.
Yeah.
Which just so happened to go away for weigh-ins, right?
Yeah, I noticed that it was gone.
Interesting.
It went away.
Man, I'm gonna go do a bunch of research.
He's still
I feel
lost.
really bad. I feel like I gotta write Bruce Willis a letter now.
It's still on your mind.
Yeah, man, I feel bad. I had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you did have an idea. That's why I was so shocked. I was like, "Damn, bro, you went with the guy who could barely speak."
Nah, I'm not a savage,
dude. You might be. I don't know. That carnival experience.
It changed me.
Yeah, dude. Well, great picks, great matchups. Yeah. Some a little weirder than others, but you know, we got through it.
And we had a good laugh, which was always always needed, and always needed good laugh.
And if anything, that shows any fighters that want to come on that we don't discriminate. You know, everybody can get it.
Yeah, we don't.
These hands are rated E for everyone. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? We will treat you with love and kindness and respect.
Of course.
Yes.
For the fans, by the fans.
We all deserve that.
That's how we do it over here.
And the thing is, if you come on this show, we'll never slander your name ever again.
No, we'll just do it when you're not on the show.
Well, think about it. If you come on before we do it, it'll never happen. It'll never happen.
You'll have our loyalty.
Forever. Forever. Yeah.
Yeah, like 100%. You could be the worst. You could just be like, just the worst. And we're going to be like, this dude, first round knockout, put your money on him.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll probably put money on him, even if he is the worst.
Yeah, Jared would put money on him. The guys, that's a guarantee. Actually, that should be our pitch. If you come on the show, Jared will put a $5 parlay on your name to win by first round knockout.
I'll also put money in their wallets.
Yeah. he will physically show up there. You like sneak into their homes and you're like, who the hell?
Whatever you want me to bet on you, I will also just send to your Venmo.
Got you. What a guy. What a guy Jared Hara is.
I'll buy you lunch.
We'll go have a chat.
We'll get some Chick-fil-A.
We'll chop it up.
We'll get some sweet Thai sriracha chili sauce.
Ooh, or some burritos. I feel like we talk about burritos so much. That should be the official food of a Fighting Chance podcast.
What kind of? Wait, where were your burritos even from today?
I made them?
Did you?
Yeah, my dad made some chicken this weekend. That he marinated for 2 days.
Yeah.
And then did like
Did you forget about it?
No, it was on purpose. Forgot about the chicken. It marinated for 7 weeks. We all have salmonella right now.
Yeah, it was like hanging outside.
No, but it was he marinated for 2 days. Then he like slow cooked it. So we have a bunch of chicken, and I made some burritos today. They were really good.
Nice,
really good. Yeah.
Just the chicken and the wrap, or was there other things going on?
No. You know, I got the avocado, I got the onions, the tomatoes, the cheese, the beans, some Valentina's hot sauce. You know, sour cream.
No jalapenos.
I had jalapenos chopped, but I forgot to throw them in there. Yeah, but I had them ready.
I had them ready.
I had them ready.
What about
They were there.
cilantro? You have some cilantro in there?
It's in the onions. Like we cut
Nice.
the onions and we just mix it in with the. Yeah, real Mexican style.
I was making sure. That's good. That's good.
Dude, it's not the same without it. It's like
It's really
what are
not.
these bland onions?
Dude, cilantro is so freaking good.
I feel like you were hating on cilantro.
What?
There was something that you.
That's crazy.
I feel like you had beef with cilantro at some point.
Dude, I love beef with cilantro.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
But
true.
no,
you
I've never
literally had beef with cilantro.
No, I've never talked shit on cilantro though.
I mean, it's the best.
Yeah, that's a wild thing to accuse me of. I think there's there's people who think it tastes like soap. Do you know what I'm talking
That's
about?
what it was. Yes, I had. Okay, so when I started, I went to school for a little bit.
Yeah.
And my professor there, for whatever reason, was like, from day one, let all the kids know in the class that he didn't like cilantro. That like he despised it.
Yeah.
And that guy sucked.
And I get why you would think that was me because I have such a professor vibe.
Yeah, dude. It's just you radiate.
Yes.
Teacher
Education,
I don't know.
mentorship. Yeah. I get this.
Yeah. It's all right. You know,
it's
rookie mistake, honest mistake.
It was a compliment.
Yeah. If anything.
But no, it's not me. I'm a cilantro fan.
That's good.
If
That's
you could
good.
book cilantro on this podcast.
Dude, I'm working on it, bro. I'm in those DMs already. You already know.
All right,
it's in the works.
Well, this has been a lot of fun, as always.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of a Fighting Chance podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on socials.
Yeah, ring that bell.
All the best MMA content. All the best MMA.
Coming to
ring
you
that bell. I like that. I like that.
Thank you.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming to you every week. A Fighting Chance.
Every week, dude.
Yeah. You'll never miss it.
All right. Peace.
Have a good week.
You too.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Let's see. I'm trying to roll the music. Every time it doesn't. It never works, bro. Oh.